Anonymous. State of corruption. Today I am going to discuss with you about Judge David Anderson, a judge who operates at Rockingham Superior Court, one of the many judges that makes my top corrupted list. Judge David Anderson was appointed by former Governor Maggie Hassan. There isn't one judge that Maggie Hassan appointed that isn't corrupt. Anderson earned an undergraduate degree from Yale College and a JD from Boston College Law School. While at Boston College, Anderson served as executive editor of the Law Review. Do you know who recommended Judge Anderson to Hassan? The Judicial Selection Committee. Of course, the corrupt judges themselves, who are owned by the corrupt politicians and law firms, are going to nominate one of their own to further destroy the lives of people in the state of New Hampshire. Judge Anderson wanted to access Mike Gill's business account only to give it to the drug cartels in the state. Judge Anderson is one of the many judges who is allies with the corrupt law firms in the state. Judge Anderson attempted to steal funds from Mike Gill and his company Mortgage Specialists in an attempt to stop state of corruption. Instead of trying to shut up Mike Gill, they tried to shut him down. Judge Anderson, in attempt to shut down Mike Gill, revealed his ruling against Mike Gill to the corrupt Banking Department and Department of Revenue in New Hampshire, who are all connected to the corrupt law firms and drug cartels in the state. Both the Banking Department and Department of Revenue were part of a major Ponzi scheme in New Hampshire, stealing money from the elderly people and opening false bank accounts. They all want him to shut up because of how much he knows about the corruption in the state. Judge Anderson also attempted to leverage an audit of Mike Gill's business. He even attempted to try and auction off Mike Gill's house. I will show you a clip, and you will see the attorney representing the drug cartels in the state asking for information in regards to how much state of corruption spends in advertising. For what reason would they want to know how much state of corruption spends, other than to find out a way how to shut them down? I am telling you that the corrupt judges, law firms, and politicians will stop at nothing to make life like hell for people in the state, and will stop at nothing to shut up those who know about the illicit activities of the corrupt in the state of New Hampshire. The politician in question that I know, who is one of the many commanders organizing the corruption in the state of New Hampshire, is Senator Jean Shaheen. Judge Anderson is a corrupt judge who only sides with his fellow corrupt lawyers, judges, and politicians. He doesn't care about the people at all. He only cares about helping his corrupt cronies. He takes bribes from all the corrupt law firms that are adversarial with Mike Gill. He is also very good friends with Judge Delker. I tell you, he is like a henchman for them. A very powerful one as well. They are all covering up a major criminal organization in the state. That includes drug cartels that are coming in from Boston and New York. I tell you, it is like the Prohibition era all over again. The judges and law firms are guilty of conspiracy and acting criminally. It is that easy to explain it. It's a big, huge judicial mafia. Right now Mike Gill's State of Corruption Facebook page is under review and could be shut down any day now. All because of the corrupt cronies in the state of New Hampshire. Anonymous. State of corruption. Remember, I am anonymous. You can't sue me. I have no legal address. Let's end corruption in the state of New Hampshire. You better expect it to end.
Mike Gill, state of corruption. We're talking about extortion today. I am telling you, these filthy animals are getting desperate. Look at Judge Anderson. I told you, and I did a video just a couple weeks ago, saying that order, that he was the hit judge. What he was doing is that they can't shut me up. So they got to shut me down. So Anderson took that upon himself. He had the ruling with the Department of Revenue. He gave the ruling with the Banking Department. But he's now on the case with Wiggins and Norrie. We didn't have any witnesses. They didn't have any evidence. They had Richard Head from the AG's office covering the corruption of the DRA and the banking. Listen, when you don't take their $50 million, which they were on, asking for release, the DRA and the Banking Commission, right? But what you have to understand, these are Anderson's orders. It's impossible to have the same judge on all of these. This is why we do have them. Now you're going to see a small clip of me telling him I'm going to put him in jail. And you know what? I keep every one of my promises. That asshole's going to jail. But that's what they're doing now. What you're going to see with Anderson ruling, latest ruling, from a divorce bill from 2007, with a woman that came forwards and said it was corrupt, they're getting into my business finances. After they hit me with the banking, the DRA, they want to know what we have left. Right, they're trying to silence me. We're in a race. All right, so let's watch this clip.
And that's, you're interested in that information?
Because it shows he has plenty of resources available to do all of these things. Therefore,
To satisfy. Okay, Mr. Gill, you want to?
There may be others, that was my question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, as the court knows, and Hilliard knows, we haven't filed the taxes in 5 years because it was corrupt. You ruled on the DRA, you know. So, yes, the taxes, hey, listen, there's been a couple million videos, right? Don't tell me you haven't seen it with the IRS. So you're trying to get the tax returns, you know that wasn't filed, and I am working with the AG's office under oath. And let's look at the other portion he asked for. State of corruption. Are we to forget that you two guys are stars in state of corruption? You want to rule on that? And he doesn't just ask for it. I'm assuming you read this, Your Honor, right?
Read.
Every line? Mr. Hilliard's request.
I've gone through his request.
Well, wait a minute. Did you read every line, Your Honor? You're asking me to sign it or go to jail. Did you read it?
Sir, the court doesn't get involved in discovery
Did you
requests.
read it? I asked you if you read this.
I have gone through it.
So you didn't read it. So, before you put me in jail, don't you want to know what says?
Mr. Gill, in this case, the court's getting more involved in discovery requests than it ever does. Discovery requests go between the parties. The court is generally not involved in that.
I understand.
I have read these
If
requests
you
and
read this
understand
state of
the
corruption that you're involved in, which this last video with 2 million hits, explains this. Now, listen what they asked for. You ready? They want all.
What paragraph are you on?
State, page 7, 15. State of corruption websites, including the date on and the amount of each post. Listen, is this not extortion? We're attacking the state of corruption, which is the one arm that's defending. Now this second clip, you'll see that I turned around and they wanted information, you ready? On state of corruption. How many ads? How many posts? What did I spend on each? This wasn't anything else. But the people who are trying to extort us, they're afraid. They're nervous. They're taking that opportunity to finding how quick state of corruption and how fast we're growing. And we are growing fast, and they should be scared. Mike Gill, state of corruption. $250,000, and you have something worth, say, 800,000, it clearly covers the judgment. This is why they use this, and this is why you changed from the auction, is to get into the business and hurt the business, and there's the income. Why do you think he's asking questions about state of corruption and who works for me?
You want the financial statements still of the company?
Yes.
Sir, he's entitled to those. You're going to have to produce those. Do you have those here currently?
I don't have them with me. I can give them the accountant yet.
Who's the accountant?
Joe Karen,
Is he a solo or does he work with a
controller, company.
Is he an employee?
Yes.
You've objected, I know, in the past to people contacting your employees directly. Are you permitting Mr. Hilliard to contact him directly?
He can contact me and I'll contact him.
Well, he's contacting you now. So, I mean, the question is, I'm going to give you 2 weeks. Today's the 29th.
Well, wait a minute. You don't have to make a judgment. You didn't even read this. You're giving me 2 weeks, and he's asking for every ad I put on state corruption and how much I spent on it.
I don't think he's interested in that as much. Is that fair to say, Mr. Hilliard?
I'm interested in any
Of course he's in.
statements about the company or Mr. Gill personally.
Okay.
So you're ruling that he can go over, and I have to give him an itemized thing on everything I spent on state corruption that I've done for many years.
I'm not ruling that. I'm ruling that you have to give financial statements of the company. How much time do you need to do that?
I'd have to ask the controller. He's the one handling it. As you can see on mine, I deal with very few finances.
It was sparse on details. You're You're right about that.
What is it?
There were not a lot of details in your interrogatory answers. I'm agreeing.
Everything I gave was honest. Let's not forget, this is corruption.
I'm going to give you till December 20th, so I'll give you 3 weeks to comply with that. You have
And to comply is the financials of the company.
financials of the company. Anything else you're looking for at this point, Mr. Hilliard?
Yes, Your Honor, I want any information establishing his net worth or income. He says there's no income tax returns. I want to have any...
You know something? They want it for the divorce court, but good. I'll give it to you. Just to show you everything that I'm putting down is 100% accurate.
All right. You've asked for bank statements?
Bank statements, personal financial statements,
None?
Well, wait a minute.
What are you asking for bank statements of?
any
Personal or corporate?
well, corporate and personal, Your Honor. He's personally responsible for this judgment.
I mean, the point is, Mr. Gill, there's a judgment against you. You've gone up to the Supreme Court. You've come back.
Well, we didn't go to the Supreme Court. The woman working for this guy was also under investigation. Carrie Lemieux was supposed to send it there. Only to the same woman who judges everything from McLean in the Superior Court, picks it all out. This is being investigated. Trump's guy's right here now. All right? Smile for the camera.
Understood, sir. But there's a judgment. Maybe that judgment's going to be taken away somewhere, but right now there's a judgment against you. You've got to pay that. And if you don't pay it, they're entitled
Not
to
if I can
discovery.
send you to jail first.
All right.
There's no race.
You have until December.
Please don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. I am not affiliated with Mike Gill or his organization State of Corruption, New Hampshire. I am anonymous State of Corruption. Please like, follow, and support Mike Gill on his social media pages. Thank you.